Number three. Number three is when you are making connections, relationships, make them count. And what I mean when I say that is be an asset to the situation, be an asset to the relationship, and actually take time to look at how those transactions that you're having with people, how are those transactions actually coming off and happening for you in a way that is actually going to benefit you or the people who are involved in, the conversations that you're having. And the way that you do that is by listening, not by talking. I wrote before that money pays attention, not the other way around. And so make it a point for yourself to pay attention to what others are actually saying, because words are powerful. Words have meaning, and you can't just allow yourself to, receive any type of message or put out any type of message believing that the universe isn't going to take it and bring it back and bring that energy back to you. That doesn't mean that you got to be perfect. That don't mean that you can't be honest with yourself, because you have to be true to your own experience, right? But it does mean that you are accountable. And that will require different things from you. That requires higher levels of responsibility for you as you go. So I would suggest that when you are within, conversations, and reaching out to find new relationships or higher relationships with people, you're being very, very particular about the vision that you see with where that particular relationship could be going. If you don't see, it going past, just like an associate type situation, then maybe it's something that's not for you. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that you, next time you see that person, you're like, I don't rock with you. But I mean, at the same time, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're sacrificing, any, any improvements that you've made in your own spirit, in your own heart or mind, body, soul, because you are willing to entertain something that's not actually serving you. And so the relationships, for me, when I first started to really realize the value of relationships is when I had to be accountable and honest with myself and say, why does it feel as if I can't take a step forward on the relationships that I felt were most important? And the reason why was, a big reason why, is because I wasn't actually taking enough time to put effort and attention into the relationship I had with my spirit. And once I started to actually give into putting that relationship into my spirit, that's when I was able to actually see what was inside of me, so that I could start drawing things to me instead of feeling like I was always having to come and give something to somebody and spreading myself so thin to where I was showing up empty-handed, if that makes sense, right? And so be your greatest advocate, be your greatest motivation, your greatest inspiration, and then also make sure that you are, every single day, you're putting on your own crown, wearing your own halo, so that way you're not walking around and giving yourself away